in the second round. We actually just decided that this is going to be a double elim bracket, so Trog or Samu won't be eliminated here, but it's still really important to win in the first round.
Can already see Trog is doing something really, yeah, experimental.
So Trog's actually going to Diamond Step, and he is going to take advantage of the big Octo spawning in order to get to this location early. The advantage of this is that you don't need the hook shot in order to get it. Ooh, I don't know if he got it. I think he can just try again, though.
Yeah, I just save reset. And Samu currently going to Cliff Plateau, trying to get the early item as well. Oh, I missed the second time.
So the potential with what Trog is doing is you won't have to wait for the hookshot, and you also save a warp. But obviously, if you're messing this up, it can be a bit slower. So Samu just did chest storage, and that's going to allow him to whatever's in that chest and also climb up to here without needing the Deku Leaf. This means he won't have to come back to Cliff Plateau later, which is just really convenient for routing, and also if there's something useful here, it'll be faster on Windfall, where he'll go in a little bit.
Trog not having the best of luck currently, but he's adamant about getting it.
Did Samu check what item he got yet?
Not yet. I think he's waiting until the next square so he can check both items. So, because of chest storage being enabled and all, you can't actually climb ledges, so Samu needs to do a pretty specific jump attack, which he just did.
Doing this strat here, though, is really convenient because you can get into Bird's Peak without needing the grappling hook or the bait bag, and sometimes those items just take forever to get to. So, like, this sequence break is really good for routing.
Iron boost for Samu.
Was there anything in the first two chests, though?
He hasn't checked yet. Ah, Trog got it. But has he checked at all? I don't think he did.
Yeah, I don't think so. Oh, I guess Picto Box, apparently? Alright, thanks, Jim. Yeah, so the Picto Box is pretty much the best item that you can get from Cliff Plateau or early on because it makes Windfall really fast. You can do the Picto Box quest during Mila, and also you don't have to make another Windfall trip, and you get like 3 extra items early on. However, I am 99% sure that Trog is going to also go to Cliff Plateau early, so he's going to get to take advantage of that as well. But first, we'll see if Diamond Step early was worth it. I really hope it was, because he spent a lot of time on that trick.
Yeah, for sure. Well, palm bag not per se. Which is always nice to have. So Trog is taking use of the fact that Diamond Step is actually a really cool free running parkour.
Yeah, there's actually ways to get like to the very top of it. It's pretty awesome.
Doesn't seem too good yet, but it could be anything behind the Notamon.
Yeah, so if Note to Mom leads to something and the hook shot is in a hard to reach place, this gamble might pay off, but not really sure yet.
So, no Forsaken Fortress and no Tower of the Gods. For those not knowing what I meant with that, is that during this tournament we are playing with race mode. And what that means is the randomizer selects 4 dungeons out of the 6 available. And the other 2 dungeons will not have any progression items. And on at the same time, the bosses of the 4 dungeons that have been picked will have a 100% rate of having a Triforce shard.
And we also start with 4 shards, so you know exactly where the entire Triforce is going.
Interesting routing from Trog.
This strat Trog actually found like a week ago, which skipped
Really?
having to go up into the bulb, that like jump slash to the chest. And it also, like, you pretty much don't burn the boards, you can just clip through, and it's slightly faster. I didn't know you could sidewalk to clip through that fast. I should be doing that. In terms of who's winning right now, I'd say it's most likely to be Samura1man because Trog spent about 3 extra minutes trying to get to Diamond Step early and messing up that skip. However, there is a chance that he'll get a really big advantage from that. Also, Samu does not actually need to go up here. You only need to talk to Lenzo. So that was just some wasted time. We'll see if Samu actually takes advantage of the Lenzo during Mila. I know Trog is the pioneer of that strat, so he'll definitely be doing it.
Also pretty interesting that Samu activated the windmill while not waiting for Mila, which is actually a way better... Yeah, activating the windmill while actually waiting for Mila is actually faster, since you're just waiting for 2 minutes doing nothing.
Yeah, there's actually time to activate the windmill and store Lenzo's upper door, and then get to her on time.
On the other end, Samu might be playing it safe. I don't think you will.
Oh, I guess he's just doing the Pictobox quest separately. So Trog is definitely going to save a bit of time here if he manages to get that storage.
Well, that was at least somewhat worth it. Getting the Skull Hammer in Lenzo's house.
Skullhammer, though, is not as useful as it would be in a Forsaken Fortress, but FF is one of the dungeons that we have disabled.
Yeah, unfortunately. Are there any other uses? Other than
In
Wind
Wind
Temple?
Temple, I get, yeah, I mean, in Earth Temple, it's required for a lot of stuff, but, and then Wind Temple to escape the mini-boss room. There's 2 dungeons that are guaranteed to have no items in them, and the other 4 have Triforce shards as the boss rewards, and it's just random which 4 of the dungeons we get in any of these races. These runners just need to beat the game. In order to do that, they'll need the full Triforce, all 3 sword upgrades, the 3 bow upgrades, and then a hookshot and the grappling hook.
Oh, I guess the private oasis might also be needed. Be one of those locations needed for the Skull Hammer.
So did Samu just not do Mila at all?
Yeah, it's something he does like way more often. He might either come back for it or not do it at all. Which, if you have to do it later on in the run, that's really sour.
So there is a chance that Trog will get something useful from that'll basically get him into Dragon Roost. So if Trog, for example, gets the grappling hook from Mila, he could 100% the dungeon while Samu's just going into there right now, not knowing how many chests he'll be able to do.
At the same time, it could very well be at Pawprint Island.
Yeah,
Samu
skipped that as well.
I mean, it's a pretty good guess since there are 3 locations which he cannot check because he doesn't have the items for it. On the other hand, there are 2 locations that he can check.
There is a good chance, though, that Samu will just have to re-enter Dragon Roost at some point if he doesn't find what he wants in here to full clear the dungeon. And that, I think, would be a bigger time loss than just having to go to Paw Print twice.
So if we know Trog, and we know him very well, he is currently going to activate the windmill and use storage to store the door to Lenzo. All while waiting for Myla, so he's not wasting any time.
Yeah, this shred is super cool, and it's actually slightly easier now with faster ladder climbing that we didn't have during the last tournament. He does need to get storage quickly, though, otherwise Mila might find him. And then she would, like, take away his storage, or potentially even catch him. I wonder if Trog got on that platform so that Mila doesn't catch him, so he's high up enough. I'm not really sure what the reasoning for that was. Either way, it won't waste time, because he's waiting on a cycle.
We can ask him later on.
Ooh, he was too slow. So the good news is he'll at least be able to do Lenzo.
Wait, is he?
Yeah, okay, so that would have been a big mistake if he did. So by going into this bottom door and storing the top one, it just takes you into the top loading zone. This doesn't work for every combination of rooms. I think it's just certain ones.
The cafe door doesn't allow for it, at least.
I think it like also works for the top entrance of the Sploosh Kaboom area and the bottom one.
Yeah, it works, but I don't see any use for it, honestly.
Yeah, this is like the only real use. The timing is actually not too terrible, but Trog was waiting on the platform for too long. I think you can jump down and get there slightly faster. I usually see him do jump attacks to climb the windmill faster, so I'm kind of surprised he wasn't going for that this time.
Well, let's hope Samu is getting a key pretty soon, which he did. Meaning that he isn't key locked and at least can continue with the temple. Dungeon. Apologies.
He does still need to find the grappling hook or he'll have to come back. But this is definitely faster than getting key locked right here and having to climb up this beginning area again. Because if he does need a second visit, he'll at least have the warp pot, so it won't be that slow. It'll just be getting into Dragon Roost pretty much.
So I'm assuming Trog is also just dropping melee. We'll never know. So Samu just missed out on the delivery bag, which may or may not be helpful. We'll have to wait for that.
So with the delivery bag, we'll finally get to check that note to mom that Trog got at Diamond Step. So this could potentially be something really important. Alright, so I guess we don't know yet because the bottle could potentially lead to something, but there are also 3 other bottles. So if the other bottles are accessible early on, then the Diamond Step gamble probably didn't pay off. Trog is gonna go straight to Mother and Child to get a fairy, and then he's gonna go to Outset either right away or soon in order to get soup, and then he'll be able to check letter from Grandma, which will let us know at least some more info about whether Diamond Step was useful at the start.
The iron boots were actually at Burst Peak Rock.
Did Dragon Roost just have Cabana Deed so far?
No, Cabana Deed was at Windfall somewhere.
Does Trog have that, or
Yeah, he does have it.
so is Dragon Roost just completely empty so far?
Yeah, so far.
So it seems like Samu is gonna go check Pauperant now, and he'll be able to the delivery bag. And Trog is about to check letter from Grandma.
Yeah, that's a good question. Do we have Granny Dorf or not?
Well, that
Well,
is pretty unfortunate for Trog, unless he wants the zombie hover.
I don't think he will. We can definitely say that Samu is currently in the lead.
Trog could save some time later on though if the grappling hook shows up and he doesn't need to enter Dragon Roost twice because Samu did get pretty much nothing out of that besides clearing stuff.
That's a good item to have, the Deku Leaf. I feel that at least Trog can make some progress in the Wind Temple right now.
Yeah, we'll see if he goes there next. I guess he's going to go to Dragon Roost. It will at least be slightly faster for him than it was for Samu because Deku Leaf does save time.
Plus at least one... Is it one? Yeah, at least one extra just to get.
Oh yeah, like chest across lava pit, right? Samu couldn't get that.
Do you know if Trog actually got the plan from Zenari?
I don't think so, because he... Wait, he did go back to Windfall just now.
Yeah, he did. But I don't think he turned it back today. Wait, did he?
So if Trog didn't do Zunari, that's a slight routing mistake. It'll cost him probably like 30 to 40 seconds later on. Assuming he actually does Zunari at some point.
Or is required at least. A really small optimization from Trog. Getting storage just to skip the opening cutscene here.
I think
sure what
Trog
Trog
forgetting that he has the leaf right here. I've definitely made this exact same mistake before.
I hope everyone has.
I think if there's something useful in the chest across the lava pit, that could be really big for Trog because Samu's not coming back to Dragon Roost for a while. Like, there's no way he's gonna go back to Dragon Roost just for that one chest that he has the lead for. I think he'll wait for Grappling Hook.
Oh yeah, for sure. He'll go to Wind Temple first, probably. I don't know why... Oh, he just activated the mailbox that's away. Okay, Zenari was a bust at least.
Well, that's not useful. The bait pack does open up Bird's Peak Rock in the logic. They both already got that chest, and chest storage pretty much makes it so there's no real requirements for it.
Well, at least the Wind Temple officially is in logic right now. So Samu can at least do a really big chunk of the temple right now, but he needs the hook shot to actually finish it.
I think Wind Temple is sort of risky because there's a chance that there's just nothing here, and if Trog puts it off till the end, he would be able to just go mode and beat the dungeon without having to check all these chests. I think that's less true for Dragon Roost, because you're more likely to do that dungeon at the start, but Wind Temple is something that I could definitely see all these checks not paying off. However, I'm not really sure if there's many other good options right now in terms of dungeons or checks, so not really as surprising decision
Well,
to go here.
Forbidden Woods isn't open in logic, but it can get there, and Earth Temple is just closed.
Trog does know how to get every single chest in Forbidden Woods without the grappling hook, so maybe we'll see that.
Actually, Trog has the upper hand since he can get 3 extra chests here in Dragon Roost Cavern in comparison to Samu. The 2 next to the door, the big door as well.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. So those could have something useful as well, and Samu would definitely not come back for those either. Like, imagine if one of those chests had the grappling hook. That would just be really, really big.
That would be really sour.
Samu just opened up the warp pot that goes between dungeons. That'll let him come back to Wind Temple from Earth Temple if he wants to.
That's a really small optimization made for the Randomizer specifically, but it's just so good in terms of routing.
I'd say it's more likely that Samu's in the lead because he's done quite a few more checks than Trog has.
Oh, that's gotta hurt. Fortunately, it's not too bad, but, you know.
Trog check Diamond Step at the very start of the run.
So that's the compass. And Naru's Pearl.
Yeah, so Tower of the Gods is not one of the required dungeons in this seed, so nothing useful in Dragon Roost so far.
Ooh, the hero's bow. That actually makes it more interesting to go to Forbidden Woods after.
I would definitely say that Samu has the lead now, because the chance of Trog having to skip a lot of Wind Temple is sort of gone now, because he'd have to check chest to get that bow, and also the 3 chest in Dragon Roost didn't have anything. So Samu's not going back there probably till he needs to beat the dungeon, which is really good for him. Oh, I guess there's like 4th chest, right? Under the bridge.
Oh yeah, of course. That
I
is a
should have had the
glitch.
tracker open. Otherwise, I would have known. So this is like Trog's last chance to get a big advantage in Dragon Roost. We'll see how it goes. Zunari had nothing useful, and I think no one's checked melee yet.
No, my last unchecked, Zanari had a wallet upgrade, which didn't lead to anything.
Oh man, that is huge.
Okay.
So that chest, I don't think Samu is going to be coming back for a while, because he's going to wait until Grappling Hook before re-entering Dragon Roost, most likely. That also means that both Trog and Samu have separate bow upgrades that are in completely different dungeons, and we have no idea when they are going to find the bow upgrade that the other person got.
The chance is bigger that Trog gets the elemental arrows first.
Yeah, for sure, because I could definitely see him going to Wind Temple really soon.
Also, Trog is done with... He's not? I was going to Super Swim, of course. There are only like 2 treasures left to get in Dragon Roost, being the big key and the boss itself.
So what Trog just did was a super swim. If you're like turning back and forth every single frame in the water, you can go really quickly across the ocean. He was also holding an ESS input on his control stick, which lets him swim slightly further. And because of that, he was able to get to Gale Isle without having to warp and sail there. Slight optimization, but that's how Trog is so good at Randomizer, is by knowing all these strats and taking advantage of them. Samu with the smart play there to take the Floor Master and get back to this room quickly.
The smartest play in this room without bombs would be to either do what Trog is probably going to do, or just fall in the first hole and make sure that the block with the spring is actually set up. But I'm guessing he is going to fly over with the leaf. So this is a really messy situation.
Yeah, you definitely want to have bombs in this room, because that would let you bomb boost and skip having to fight any of these enemies.
If you unlock the second chest and Floor Master out of this room,
The chest would stay, but the panels would go back. But then
yeah,
they
but
would just do nothing.
will the will the enemies still be there?
I don't think so. I think you'd need to break the panels again. But there's like no way to get down there without breaking them anyway. I'm not sure if like all the enemies would stay or just the ones for the last panel. I haven't actually tried it.
Forbidden Woods is now completable. Actually, do you need the grappling hook?
Grappling hook you most likely need for that one chest, but for the rest of the dungeon, not really. These runners definitely know how to beat Forbidden Woods without it.
And these are the elemental arrows for Trog.
So, if the Fire and Ice Arrow checks lead to something like the grappling hook, that would be really big for Trog. He also seems to be going through Wind Temple really quickly and might be catching up to Samu just from the gameplay perspective.
Yeah, Samu has made some sloppy mistakes. This boss is so awful without either the Master Sword or elemental arrows.
Yeah, if you have ice arrows, you can freeze the enemies and then also fire arrow them in the right spot to just destroy them, or use the skull hammer or pick them up. But without those, it takes forever.
Right, last chest for Samu. Could be interesting. Okay, so Trog is going to do something different than what Samu did in his room. He's already making it look pretty more interesting.
Yeah, he's just gonna floor master up and then come back down here and the chest will be. I don't know how he's going to climb up later though.
He is going to backflip and use leaf to get on top of, or at least next to the spikes. And then he needs to do a frame perfect jump attack.
Oh, that's kind of crazy. I think I've seen a video of that, but I definitely never learned that strat.
So Samu is actually going back to DRC for some reason.
Maybe we were wrong about him waiting for the grappling hook? Pretty interesting decision in that case. That does lose him a bit of time though, because he's going to have to enter Dragon Roost the third time, we know for sure, because the grappling hook is not in there. Trog seems
Enemy.
like he gave up on that
Yeah.
super hard strat.
I've seen him do it before, so I trust him. You're actually wrong. Hero wins. Cool definitely wins. You might not know it, we have been keeping a really, really secret leaderboard with the amount of cool points everyone has.
Are those just SRL points?
Yeah, unfortunately. I hope Samu remembers to check the one on the bridge.
This is interesting.
Oh no. Or actually...
Oh,
No!
wow. So my guess is that he didn't forget, but he is gambling that one check not having stuff, but we know that it has the fire and ice arrows. I am also really convinced that Samu is definitely not coming back to Dragoners for a while now.
Not until he has the grappling hook at least. Not sure why Samu made it night, but... It's actually faster to go into the cafe at day because there's no intro cutscene.
Yeah, that's true. He might be doing Mila now.
Oh, that might also be the case. Will we find the grappling hook?
Sam was just going to be waiting here for a while.
I hope he gets something to drink.
Yeah, so maybe he just put off Mila so he gets a bathroom break later on rather than having to actually do stuff while she's moving. You do have to think about your comfort, not just speed, when you're a speedrunner.
The valedictory green rupee. That would be the best thing. I mean, any of the chests behind the elemental arrows could also have something.
This could also be a bow upgrade. We'll see if Trog checks Mila right now, along with Fire and Ice Arrow stuff. Yeah, it seems like he's going to be doing that.
I think he does. That's some good play. Maybe not green, but also not helpful.
I bet Grapple's an Earth Temple. It's always an Earth Temple. Trog is now taking advantage of the fact that he has the Fire and Ice Arrows. So he'll be able to do these two checks, and then there's some checks on some other islands that he'll be able to do at some point.
So Samu just got the bombs, which definitely make him go back to Bob Prince, at the very least. So nothing interesting from... Oh, you're going to mail the letter now?
Yeah, Samu left right before checking that third or fourth chest, I guess. He checked all the other ones.
Trog is currently playing around, because why not? Or she's trying to get storage.
I'm not sure what this actually does.
Oh, he's setting the wind to,
Oh, so what he did was he got the whatever storage set up, but he changed the wind during that, and that let him change wind while Mila was still moving, which saved him a bit of time. That is a very clever strat. And he does need to change that wind to leaf over to the chest. I would have never thought of doing that.
It is pretty good play. So Samu just got the deluxe picked-up box at the very least. And I didn't see the second item that he got. But at the very least, I assume he goes back to Windfall right now.
Oh man.
Oh
That
no.
is really, really big.
I really hope there's some more arrows pretty nearby, but I doubt it. Come on, Minenko.
Where did Samu get the bombs?
He got them from the postman.
Oh, okay, so Trog's about to get those too.
Yeah.
So I'll say that Trog definitely has the lead now. Unless Samu goes back to Dragon Roost, like, right away.
He either goes to Bomb Islands or to Forbidden Woods, is my guess.
There's also a chance that Samu will find a bow upgrade somewhere else, and then it wouldn't be too bad for him to go to Dragon Roost later, because he'd be able to get the grappling hook and do it all in one trip.
I really hope that's play here. Meantime, Trog is going to waste a few minutes. Well, it's not per se wasting. Well, Samu is currently at Trog Islands, appropriately called Trog Islands, because Trog really doesn't like it. And he's probably not the only one.
Trog is definitely winning because he has the fire and ice arrows and the grappling hook. He's gonna be able to full clear Paw Print now, and he'll also be able to do or finish Dragon Roost whenever he wants. I'm pretty sure he's just gonna put that off until the very end though, because he knows it's a Triforce shard. There's no reason to do it earlier.
There's still the big key.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a good point. I don't know if that's
know.
worth it just for one chest though.
Yeah, I'm not
'Cause
sure
ideally
if you
you would,
what it
like-
could be. I mean, it could still be the map or the compass or a big key.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Ideally though, you would put off Dragon Roost till the end and not have to check that big key chest, because that chest takes forever to do. Grapple was on the transparent chest at Windfall, which is locked behind fire and ice arrows. The two bow upgrades that we found so far were in Wind Temple and under the Rope Bridge in Dragon Roost. So Samu got every chest that he can get in Dragon Roost except for the one that had the fire and ice arrows.
In the meantime, Simon just the right thing and went to the Value Woods, as we like to call it here at the Randomizer tournament.
If he finds the bow upgrade here, that would be really good for him. All of this stuff is technically locked behind grappling hook and the logic, but for practicality, he can get every chest really easily except for one.
Oh, that chest, yeah.
Interesting that he didn't get the chest in the bottom of this room yet.
Maybe a fall down right now, which isn't per se faster.
Yeah, it's actually faster to not save warp in this room. So he's losing a few seconds, but I don't think it's too bad. Looks like Trog is following right behind Samu in Forbidden Woods.
Do you know how many seconds it would save?
I
Just
think it
going
was,
up
it
instead of
was like
warping.
5 seconds or something when I timed it.
Samu is in luck. Wowie.
Yeah, so that makes things really interesting. Even though Trog is going to have the light arrows, Samu will be able to get the grappling hook. However, I would still say that Trog's ahead because I think he's just done more checks.
Yeah, I would think that too.
It also depends on how long it'll take Samu to realize where the grappling hook is and also where the light arrows are.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be that big of a deal, but I do think he will go back to Windfall just because there are 2 checks there.
Trog is checking Dragon Roost by taking advantage of the Warp Pot, which is an interesting decision. Samu might be able to just completely skip this chest eventually.
Oh, that's a really interesting play. Saving Forbidden Woods for later. In the meantime, Trog is going back. The Trog did need the big key.
I don't know if he realized, or I guess he doesn't know a way to skip it without it, right?
Guessing it's Trog, he knows.
The thing is, that was the last chest in Dragon Roost, so I'm not sure. Yeah, how hard is the HD boss key skip? Isn't it like a roll clip leaf type thing with the pot?
There's an HD boss key skip. Have I been out of the game too long? Oh man. I know about Forbidden Woods, but...
The HD boss key skip is different as far as I know, because you don't just do a ledge clip, you do a clip and then a roll clip. Unless I'm wrong. Yeah, okay, grab roll clip. That's what I was thinking of. Hello, Gobbity Bobbity.
Hello, Gobbity Bobbity. Hope you stop cheating. Asterisk. Person is not actually cheating. Seems not Trog. Samu is currently having some serious problems with getting up there without the grappling hook. I got it.
Trog is about to get the light arrows.
But I still both have the butter knife. Fortunately, the Master Sword isn't per se needed for a treasure chest. At least in this seat. I believe the private oasis is also open right now. Both runners.
Well, it's not open for Samu until he gets grapple.
Oh yeah, true.
Samu, not knowing that you can actually use the fire arrows to burn this flower instead of using the boomerang.
And Samu is going to take the scenic route from what I see. Yeah, we did see Myla. She has a silver rupee. The last chest to check for Samu. Hey, Force Pearl, not only can he get into Tower of the Gods right now, which I don't know why he would. He will also get a letter because of it, as well as a letter for beating Kalidemos.
Oh man.
Actually, no, wait, that's...
Did Samu not get that? Or...
I don't think he went there, actually. No, he did not.
Samu's getting really unlucky with the chests he's skipping. Hookshot is definitely required to beat the game too.
Rift God lyric,
yeah, he didn't get that one either, right? Jeez.
which may or may not be important.
If the sword upgrades are all in Earth Temple, then there's a good chance that it is. Unless he, like, skips that. But that is sort of annoying to do.
In any case, Trog did get some leeway out of going to... what's it called? To Diamond Step early. Because Samu still does not have a bottle.
That is a good point. Having soup is really important.
So Samu currently a little bit unlucky with getting over there. That's Gucci. And Trog is going for an old-fashioned roll clip, bomb clip, excuse me. Or not. Oh hey, the first Master Swords. That ledge clip isn't the hardest to do, fortunately. But I do feel that, yeah, it's easy to fail it. Definitely in HD. Samu currently going to Angular Island. As long as he goes the correct way. I did see a question about Tingle statue chest fair game for items. The Tingle statue flags are not enabled, meaning that there will never be any progress items in them.
Yeah, so the Tingle statue chests aren't useful, and also the Tingle statues themselves don't lead to anything useful either. It's honestly really interesting to me that Samu just decided to skip some chests, because that can pay off in the sense that, like, you gain a little bit of time just by skipping them, but the chests he picked were really, really bad to skip. Like, he's losing many minutes.
Well, that trip to Angular was not worth it. But at least he's going on an overworld trip, which is good. Yeah, I wonder if Trog is going for the 99 bombs. That would be cool. And I feel a grappling hook coming up.
I honestly think that the hookshot being in Forbidden Woods might be a bigger problem for Samu, because he's already beaten the dungeon. He really wants to avoid coming back there.
Definitely true, but at least the possibility is there because of the war pots.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Since he still needs to go back to DRC.
So hopefully when he goes to DRC and he beats Goma, he also comes back to Forbidden Woods and gets the hookshot, because then that would save a lot of potential time loss.
No, Samu did open the pot. I saw him throw the... you call it? I saw him open the pot with a bomb. Guessing Trog is going to Bomb Island right now. Or... Angular? To be fair, super swimming to Angular being one of the most... what's the word I'm searching for? Remote islands definitely is a good thing. Even though
I
it's
didn't know that you could drown near there and have it spawn you.
Oh. I think maybe you need to touch the island for that. Just like Fire Mountain. I feel DRC coming up.
So ideally for Samu, he will get the light arrows right here, and then he'll go back to Forbidden Woods and get the hookshot and Earth God's Lyric. And then he'll be like pretty much caught up with Trog. He also does have the Master Sword upgrade, which Trog does not yet.
He is right next to it. I don't think he will not go there. Samu getting lucky. Getting hit right where he needs to be.
Trog is gonna be the first to check the cabana. He does have the hook shot, which means he'll be able to get one of the chests slightly faster. Alright, so Samu's definitely going back for the light arrows, which is...
Definitely a good play. It definitely depends on both the runner's skill and the seed itself. I have seen some, or at least my previous 30 match had 3 of the 4 dungeons in Go mode, of it being Wind Temple, Earth Temple, and Forsaken Fortress, which all 3 are really quick to beat.
I did a seed recently where I got to Go mode, Forbidden Woods, and I think also... What was the last one? Earth Temple, maybe? Either way, it was... Like, sometimes you have seeds where you pretty much just Go mode dungeons, and then those end up being really fast, but if you have to revisit dungeons multiple times, that's when it takes over 2 hours. assuming like runners of top skill. We already know that Zunari's quest isn't useful, so Trog is wasting a bit of time here, but he is overall getting more overworld checks done than Samu has gotten done.
Well, I think with both Earth Temple and Wind Temple being open right now... Actually, no, Earth Temple is not open.
Yeah, we still need power bracelets.
Yeah. But hey, Earth Temple is really quick, so even if he could go there, I assume he would go there last.
With Earth Temple, if you know that you have to go mode it, then you can just store the first chest and go to the very end, and it takes like 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah.
In terms of what items the runners need to beat the game, they still need power bracelets in order to beat Earth Temple, and they need 2 more sword upgrades.
Oofer, are you Canadian?
I'm not Canadian. Also, there's one of the sword upgrades.
So, it would be really funny if Fire Mountain had another sword upgrade, making all 3 elemental islands necessary.
Is Trog just going to Wind Temple now?
I assume he's going to Zenari,
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
even though it's not the best routing. And I guess making a picture of an old lady is also important enough to not save the world. I'm guessing he's going to the Wind Temple right now.
Well, Trog needs the last sword upgrade and the power bracelets for go mode.
Amazing. Called it.
We will see when Trog goes to Fire Mountain, but that is actually so ridiculous.
At Hero of Wins, I take pride into saying that I rolled a seat.
Also, power bracelets could actually be anywhere. The
Yeah.
unfortunate thing is, even if you enter Earth Temple, um,
It,
you still need power bracelets to beat Valhalla, but it pretty much guarantees that Earth Temple will be in go mode because there's nothing useful in there.
I mean, you even need the power bracelets to get into Earth Temple, so it's safe to say it's go mode.
Yeah, if Trog enters Earth Temple before getting that last sword upgrade and then spends a while looking for it, that would be really bad.
So Samu did not return to Value Woods.
Ooh. I think Trog is just gonna go and beat the game now. He is going to have to...
Go back to Fire Mountain.
Yeah. So, I mean, is he gonna check all of Wind Temple first? I think so. But either way, I would be very surprised if he didn't go to Fire Mountain really soon.
Yeah, knowing
Meanwhile, for
him,
Samu, I don't know when he's coming back to Forbidden Woods, and he also needs to get to Needle Rock.
and that's a double hit for Trog.
That never works for me. Did we die?
I hope not.
I mean, I wouldn't say like unknown go mode, because technically we know where Samu can find the rest of his items as well. But I think Trog is much more likely to get that last item before before Samu does.
Fire Mountain is the only overworld check for him, right?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, Trog leaves too early. And no luck for Samu. Anyway, while it's a little bit quiet here in Rando land, actually, where's Samu going first?
He's going to go to Needle Rock and get that last sword upgrade.
Good call on him. So, I do want to mention that you're currently watching the Wind Waker Randomizer Spring Tournament in the first round of the bracket phase between, on the left side, Trog, and on the right side, Samu. If you want to give the runners a follow, you can do so by following the links in the chat. And if you like what Wolfer or myself am doing, you can follow us here as well if you'd like. We also do the occasional Wind Waker Randomizer matches.
We're both in the tournament.
Yeah, I'm actually back in the tournament because of the Lucius bracket. And there's one other person we gotta mention. It's the person clicking all of the items. It's NoFace099. If you're French, then definitely go to the French restream that's happening on... I wish I knew where it was. Speed Gaming France? Speed Gaming Français. That's it.
At this point, I think it's Trog's race to lose. He pretty much needs to go to Fire Mountain soon and not Earth Temple. And if he does that, then he's good to go. For Samu, it pretty much comes down to when he's going to go back to Forbidden Woods and get that hook shot. I guess he's doing it now, so that's good.
And it's at least one air shot from Trog. One Trog, make a sprout.
Oh no.
No, Trog!
So I think Trog is going to Earth Temple, which changes everything again. We know for a fact that Earth Temple is completely empty, so all of this time that he's going to spend is going to be wasted besides beating the boss.
Well, I'm sorry, you're not going to see Earth Temple being done in 5 minutes. Instead, it's going to be 15?
Samu now has the hook shot, so hopefully he goes back to Wind Temple and finds the power bracelets, and whenever he does, he'll know that it's go mode, and he'll beat whatever dungeons he has left, which is Earth Temple and Wind Temple.
This could definitely work in his favor.
Yeah, he's going to Wind Temple, so this race is honestly going to be super close.
I mean, he cannot even go to Earth Temple, so... The sword that Trog needs is in Fire Mountain, which is an overworld... the only overworld place that he hasn't visited yet.
And I think that, like, this one decision to go to Earth Temple is going to cost him more time than all of Samu's bad luck so far. Unless he just straight up decides right now that he wants to beat the dungeon. I don't think he's going to do that, though, because he brought Medley. I'm pretty sure he's just going to full clear.
Yeah, he's going to do it. To be fair, I can understand him, since there are like 14 chests in here, 15, with the one outside. And on the other end, it doesn't... Yeah.
Yeah, it's always a hard decision to choose between overworld and dungeons. Usually comes down to luck, but I think like overworld is a much smaller risk than dungeons because you're only losing a couple minutes versus this is going to be like 10 or more.
The reward is so much better.
So Samu now knows that he can beat the dungeon and he is just going to beat Wind Temple and then he's going to go to Earth Temple and beat that as well. And this race is just gonna come down to who gets that last, or like Trog getting that last sword upgrade versus Samu beating Earth Temple. Yeah, I haven't seen these ledge cliffs in so long. The normal strat now is to just do that hook shot to clip out of bounds like Trog was doing earlier. I also wonder if there's a chance that Trog will just dip out of Earth Temple at some point after beating it and go to Fire Mountain instead, but considering it's just that one location, I'm not sure.
Nah, I don't feel like that's like any choice at all.
Yo, what's up, High Exhaust?
I do want to remind you that neither of the runners know the standing of the other one. The only thing they do know is that they're not done yet.
Yeah, honestly, the scariest thing is when you are in go mode or you're in Ganon's tower and the other runner hasn't finished, because you can lose at any moment. You have absolutely no...
Okay, the truck is going to the basement first. The last sword for Trog is at Fire Mountain, which is the only location on the overworld for him. So I want to give shoutouts to the person who made it so that we have Samu noises right now. Because we all know this is the best music of the game.
The 3 bow upgrades were in Dragon Roost, Forbidden Woods, and... Wait, where was the last one?
Wind Temple.
Yeah, okay, so Samu got the Wind Temple sword, or bow upgrade first, then the Dragon Roost one first.
Yeah, Zelda Wallflower. Samu and Bob Play Anything actually finished within 2 minutes of each other about that.
I think for Trog, the last hope here is that he goes to beat Jalhalla and then just dips out. I also hope that Samu's familiar with the chest storage strats for Earth Temple.
That's like the only hope for him to win. That and Trog just being a little bit clumsy right now. And that's the last Dorito for Samu.
Except Earth Temple.
Oh.
Still one more Dorito.
No, I worded that poorly. Yeah, you're right. So Samu is just either boosting for Baido's ladder. Because he didn't go in the many mirrors room.
This race is just gonna come down to Trog's decision after this fight. Trog is just missing a sword upgrade, which is in Fire Mountain. Samu is only missing the Triforce Shard. That is in Earth Temple.
Okay, he's going back to the start of the Earth Temple.
Yeah, this is bad for Trog.
Hoping that Samu knows his place, his way through.
I wonder what Samu's gonna do, because he's not storing... Or did he get chest storage? I wasn't paying attention.
He did not, but what I think he's going to do is somehow get to the bottom, and then get storage from the third chest, third crypt chest.
Has Trog found the boss key yet?
Trog just beat the boss.
Well,
actually.
Oh yeah, because he just entered it, right? Without chest storage, so he found it on the way.
True.
I'm curious if Samu is just going to look for the big key for no reason.
Or he just wanted the key.
Yeah, I don't know what route he's gonna do, but either way, Samu's definitely in the lead right now because Trog is wasting time in Earth Temple when he needs to get to Fire Mountain as soon as possible.
Yeah, my guess is definitely he's getting storage from the third chest. Third crypt chest, again.
I don't think that Trog is in the lead anymore because he's spending so much time in Earth Temple. And Samu's just on his way to be in the dungeon, and as soon as he does that, he's going to get his...
At least Trog knows how to speed it up a little bit.
I think Trog will get another chance to leave Earth Temple right after this, and in that case, he would still win the race. But if he goes into like the mini boss section, I think that would be enough to get Samu to win. It also depends on how well this like boss key skip, whatever ending section that Samu's doing right now is gonna go.
True. The Samus endgame is at least really, really good. Okay. How many chests are there? He has 4 locations left. I believe he got all the dungeon stuff. Oh, he did not get storage.
Did Samu not get the big key?
I don't think he did.
Wasn't it in that chest in the third crypt, or am I wrong? I thought Jim said that.
Second transparent chest.
Is that in the floor master's room, or? Oh, is it like the chest on the right side? I don't know. I'm confused which one you're talking about.
Well, he's getting storage right now. Do you keep storage through bots?
No, you wouldn't.
Well, I guess he can go through doors, so... And Trog is nearing the end.
I wonder if he was just hoping that he would find the big key, and if he didn't, he would do this. But he could have just done this chest storage first and then gone with Medley, and it would have been quite a bit faster.
What I think is that he just needed, like, at least one of the... what do you call them? One of the keys. Just to open this door.
You don't need a key for this, though. You can go in the left room and do chest storage to clip through.
True, but...
And he did run the game back then.
Yeah, he cleared the entire path. It's literally just you go through a few doors and through the boss door.
I mean, I understand like not wanting to do the skips, so I mean maybe he just like didn't do them in a long time, so. You know, this might actually be really close. Did Trog end up checking all 4 chests already?
Yeah,
I guess he's just that fast.
I'm guessing he did.
So Trog is just gonna go to Fire Mountain, and Samu is just gonna beat Jalhalla, and I think they might finish those things at pretty much the same time. Oh, so he skipped the mini boss. Okay, yeah, that might be the decision that wins him a race. That's a good point, Jim.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly. He's going to a post box first.
Oh.
Oh?
I think he's checking Baido, and then he's gonna warp to Dragon Roost.
No, I think he's going for... Oh, that's not possible.
Is he going to Bomb Island? I guess we...
He never did Bomb
forgot
Island.
about that location. Man, that's unfortunate. I hope he knows that he hasn't done Fire Mountain yet, at least.
I mean, it's always Bomb Island. Actually, Math Girl, are the brackets up yet for double elimination?
So Samu is now just going to go to Ganon's tower and beat the game, and I don't think that Trog has a chance to win anymore, unless Samu like dies to Ganon a bunch of times, because Fire Mountain still takes several minutes.
Seeing how Samu actually won from Bob Play Anything again, I don't think it's a done deal.
It is definitely unfortunate though, because Trog had several chances to go back to Fire Mountain, and he just kept doing other stuff that we know for a fact had nothing.
So while Samu is going towards Hyrule Castle, or I guess Ganon's Tower, I do want to drop some links in the chat right now to both Trog and Samu, as well as Hoover, myself, and NoFace099 as a production crew, as well as definitely give shoutouts to Speed Gaming and Zelda Speedruns for hosting the tournament. Don't think it'll be too big of a problem to find where those channels are. Is there anyone else we need to shout out? Do we have sponsorships?
Shoutouts to Lego Lunatic for making this randomizer.
Oh, for sure. Shoutouts to Lego as well as the rest of the team, I guess. And everyone else in both the tournament Discord and I guess the regular Discord as well. If you want to find those links, I think that's it. Yeah. The cosmetic modelers are definitely the unsung heroes of Wind Waker Randomizer. There are some really, really good skins. Woofer would hate me if I would not mention Sans from Undertale, so here you go. But next to that, there's a Grandma, Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, Simple Flips.
The skin that Samu's using right now is Tetra, which was rigged and imported by Sage of Mirrors. I think it was one of the first custom models that the randomizer had.
And with many, many more to come. Alright, mode for Trog. I believe it will be the last flap for him to do. No, there's no skin for Beetle yet. However, I have heard some talks about getting that done. About someone working on that. Samu might not be a Swedish sniper, but he definitely is a Finnish one. Oh, that's fast. We got a double elimination bracket. Samu never got the soup. Think about it. The regular. Hey Bob, how you doing? We actually mentioned you a few times during this race, hope you don't mind. Alright, and that's the second phase for Samu. Going to the snake, which is definitely the easiest one. That was a really good snipe from Samu at least. See if he goes for the snipes or goes for the premier strat. Grab a bomb and... No, he doesn't. Just use a spin. No, not mentioned you. About your race versus Samu. How he was pretty behind and... then he just came back. Well, that happened again. Yeah, this was really crazy. Oh man.
Yeah, Samu was always at a point where him winning depended on Trog just wasting time on checks that he didn't need. And Trog ended up putting off Fire Mountain until the very last check. And I think if he did it any earlier, then Trog would have won.
Alright, last fight coming up without soup.
Yeah, I don't think you can really fault Trog for not doing Fire Mountain because skipping overworld locations does save quite a bit of time, and Earth Temple has a lot of chests to check.
And that's it for Samu with a 2-13-24.
Samu's gonna go on to play Gymnast 86 in the next round of the winner's bracket, and Trog is now in the loser's bracket against Shebby.
Shoutouts to Math Girl for fixing that so quick, or Fiesel.
Yeah, I had no idea that you can just switch the format of her bracket halfway through. That's pretty awesome.
Okay, I see Samu is here. I'll drag him in real quick. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Your voice is
microphone-
a bit quiet.
Yeah.
Is it? How about now?
Way
Yeah,
better.
it's better now.
Congratulations, man.
Thanks.
This was such a roller coaster of emotions, this whole run between you and Rock.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So for you, you lost quite a bit of time by just skipping that one chest in Dragon Roost and then skipping the chest that had the hookshot and Earth God's Lyric and Forbidden Woods, which was really unfortunate. That just
Ye-
comes down to
Yeah, I was thinking there's no way there's gonna be something there because I already got really good items in Forbidden Woods. Then later on, when I had no checks, it was Forbidden Woods all over again, so I had to go there and Earth God's Lyric and a hookshot.
Trog did have a point in the race though where he had Earth Temple left to check the entirety of it, Fire Mountain and Bomb Island, and he ended up doing all of Earth Temple and Bomb Island before Fire Mountain. And because of
Oh,
that, you managed to finish Earth Temple and beat the game before.
yeah. If you notice that I took a really safe with Earth Temple because I can't remember exactly how I was supposed to do some of the skips with the storage,
Yeah,
so I just I opened the whole way because it was
aside-
easier.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Or at least, at first I thought you would get storage from the second crypt or third one.
The second one was thinking, but I don't know, is there like a easier way than using the bomb on a chest? So I was just gonna go with the first chest storage.
No, there wasn't.
Yeah, I thought
But yeah,
so.
I do have. Yeah, left DRC2 with one check left. That's actually all I got for you. Yeah, you were at least ahead at the start of the match, with Truck quickly catching up.
Yeah, Trog lost like 3 minutes trying to get to Diamond Step early through like the Whirlpool Warp. And I
So
think that also cost him the race.
then I had to. I imagine there was nothing useful because I never checked it.
Yeah, it had Note to Mom in there, and then that led to an empty bottle, and then Letter from Grandma wasn't used.
Okay. So just a waste of time sequence there.
Basically, yeah.
I never found a bottle. How many Trog found?
So So Trog also just finished with a 2:16:52. No, you had a few bottles, I'm pretty sure.
Me? I had none.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, I had none. That's
Yeah,
why I
think
had to
the
go
second
through.
bottle- Was the second bottle in Earth Temple?
I feel like most of them probably has to be in a Earth Temple or something because I just skipped everything. I'm so used to doing the cannons fight with the storage, not storage, the soup.
Hey, Trog.
So,
Hello.
That's it.
GG's.
Hello.
GG's.
Samu, getting your revenge on me.
This time, this
Dude.
way, huh?
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna have to fight you in losers now.
Yeah, seems like.
Yeah.
Trog, how do you feel?
I feel like, honestly, I would be mad, but I feel like this is a kind of a good kick in the butt for me to like actually practice a little bit more because I didn't deserve to win this one, and I was honestly getting nervous that I was going to win still at the end, and then I almost felt like a sigh of relief at the end. I'm like, okay, good. I didn't feel like I made anything good that time, so
I think for
clear
you, the
everything
biggest
and-
things were that beginning with Diamond Step was really rough, and then putting
Yeah.
off Fire Mountain.
yeah,
was
yeah.
like a 15-minute time loss.
Yeah, that's what happens sometimes. I normally don't like going into, especially Earth Temple, without checking pretty much the entire overworld. But I think the beginning put me on a tilt a little bit, or at least made my decision making a little more rash than I normally would make. So I was kind of just like, I'm gonna gamble, no Fire Mountain, no Bomb Island, and go straight into Earth Temple. And it was like, I weighed the odds. It's not, I mean, I feel like Bomb Island wasn't that early in the seed this time, so I think the likelihood of it, I don't know. Like both of them, I didn't feel like were that good of chances compared to 13 or 14 items in Earth Temple, but that's the price you pay sometimes, so.
I triple dip TRC.
Yeah, it was a pretty interesting seed. I kind of like this one. It was,
When you think about the clip,
which clip?
If you think about without using glitches, DRC probably was triple dip recovered because there was bait pack. You had to get the belief to get the bait pack. Then with the bait pack, you get the iron boots. Then with the iron boots, you get the leather, the bomb. And eventually, you get the grappling hook, so you can complete the whole dungeon.
I feel like this was a pretty fair seed for both of us with what we know. I don't think anyone had an advantage over each other. I think it was pretty cool to have a early Wind Temple required seed. I don't get those very often.
You entered the Wind Temple as early as I did, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it was...
About.
I tried to push it off just in case of it was going to be a troll, but... It was one of those situations where I felt like the logic really was kind of pointing you towards Wind Temple, and there really weren't that many options left, so...
You really needed Maggie's letter there, with a bow at least.
Yeah.
I did DRC first, then I did some of the Wind Wall, and I managed to get some items to get to Wind Temple. Then I just did a Wind Temple. Did you get which one was your second upgrade for a bow?
Oh god.
Boots or DRC?
I know DRC was the first one.
Mine was in Wind Temple.
Was it? Yeah.
He skipped. That was like the only chest he skipped in the double dip, in the second dip.
I actually was thinking of skipping that one chest. This was actually my fault. I tracked off the chest. You casually go through DRC after a grappling hook to get the big key. I actually tracked that off. Then I memorized. Oh yeah, I never checked that. Then I will go check it. It was light arrows for me.
Ooh.
That would have that would have kicked me a lot
Yeah.
later on.
Yeah, when Trog When
Go
Trog
ahead.
went into Dragon Roost, he actually had the leaf, and Samu didn't on his first trip. So he was able to get that bow upgrade, and that was a big advantage for a while.
Yeah, I can imagine. That was
Hmm.
like
So I'm guessing
Wait,
you
Trog?
got to go mode You got to go mode Earth Temple, Samu.
yeah, I did a go on mode Earth Temple. I got
yeah.
the bracelets in Wind Temple. Then I was like, oh, go mode, let's go, let's go.
Nice, nice.
I did a really easy, it's really safe and easy boss key skip where I opened the whole path to the boss key. Just
No,
wanted to make sure I don't get crushed or anything, so I wouldn't have to restart.
I actually got a live tutorial from Hero of Winds a few days ago on how to properly do go modes.
Samu definitely knows it because he ran the game a long time ago.
Yeah, for sure.
2013. I did run this game a long time ago, and you did get the mirror shield, then you just go mode the whole remaining of the dungeon. But I couldn't remember how you do that, so I had to open the whole path. So I was hoping for just a small key, then I just go mode the whole dungeon by opening the path first. Because I think there was some really scary stuff that you would get crushed or you go out of bounds. I think if you just something like that, I remember.
Yeah, I think for me, I got to blame my previous seeds because pretty much every single one of the seeds I've done in the past, I don't know, few months have been like bunch of trolls, and then the last item I need is Deep in Earth Temple. So finally, it was the one seed where I didn't actually need to do any of Earth Temple, but
yeah, all the way through Earth Temple, we were like, okay, the future of Samu winning is in your decision making.
yeah. Well, sometimes you make the wrong calls, but definitely not salty at all. I'm pretty happy that Samu's getting to move on to winners. I gotta earn my spot moving forward. I'm glad now I'm especially glad we're doing double elimination now. So,
well, I'm actually a little bit happy I beat you because you double eliminated me in the last tournament. So
yeah,
this was
dude,
like
you got your revenge.
a small nice revenge.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, I got my work cut out in losers, but I'll be practicing and won't hopefully make a bunch of 5 to 15-minute mistakes.
Just win, man. Just win.
Just it's easy.
I do have a question for you, though, and I believe Woofer as well. During you chasing Medley and getting...
Oh my god.
Is it Medley? Yeah, Mila, sorry. Yeah, you actually waited one cycle for the windmill. Why did you do that?
I had to set up visual cue. I've been trying to come up with some sort of setup for that so that Mila doesn't spot you while you're going around the windmill, so you don't lose your storage.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought you were doing.
Yes, but I thought I was safer than I was, so I was more. I didn't want to do a risky jump, so I thought it was safe to just go ahead and go all the way around. I thought I had enough time, but I never practiced that aspect. I didn't see how much. I never actually practiced to see how much time, like flexibility, my visual setup that I had was. So I learned now that I can't just dilly-daddle the entire time. But it worked out okay. I just had to come back later. I just basically delayed it until fire and ice arrows.
The both of you actually just skipped Mila at the start and then came back and do it later. Yeah, we really wanted to know what she had. The grappling hook, for example, but
yeah, we were running out of locations for that grappling hook. It did whatever it could to make us earn it, for sure.
Did Trog get grappling hook before me? I assume he did because I was behind.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I was behind the mid race, then I cocked back.
There's anyone else with a question, maybe in the chat. Otherwise, we'll probably have to end it soon. Since there is going to be another match between I know it's Gobbity and... And Zombie God on Speed Gaming 4 in 20 minutes. That is going to be hype.
Nice.
In any other case, definitely give the runners a follow. The winner being Samura1man. The not so winner being Trog. I tried to say it nice.
Second place winner.
Second place, okay, yeah.
Second place winner. Mm-hmm.
We don't have a last place, it's the second place.
Yeah, exactly. We're all friends here. Then on commentary, Woofer, ZFG, and myself, Recult. And our unsung hero, who has been there all the time. And a little bit in chat, NoFace099. He's flexing his Link emote here. What is it? His own emote. And as well, shoutouts to Speed Gaming. And Zelda Speedruns for hosting this tournament. I'm quickly going to check if there's anything else happening on the schedule.
Thanks for the commentary, guys, and Speed Gaming for the restream.
Yeah, thanks, guys, and good luck against. I'm guessing Jim next, Samu.
Yeah, he seems like he wants to
welcome,
race now.
And if our luck, if luck has it, I look forward to seeing you hopefully another time.
Let's hope so.
For the ultimate rematch.
The board
Okay, so
one is for all.
So for more the Wind Waker randomizer, Boy Woofer is actually going to race Dean, who's also a pretty seasoned speedrunner, on Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time?
Dude, I don't know anymore.
EDT, whatever.
Yeah, just say
And-
Eastern.
Yeah, Eastern. Whatever. Furthermore, in 20 minutes as well, Super Metroid plus Link to the Past randomizer on Speed Gaming 5. There is a Speed Gaming 3. Another one, a Link to the Past randomizer leak. And on Speed Gaming 2, more Link to the Past randomizer leak. A lot of randomizer happening now. Yeah. And shoutouts to the Friends team for actually giving a Friends restream of this match by, I believe, Scary Olive. And I'm not sure who the other person is. Yeah, that's it for now, I guess. Oh, and Mongol.
But yeah, good luck in the rest of the tournament, Samu and Trog. Hopefully I don't have to play you guys, because you're both really... It's always nice watching races between top runners, because every decision is so important.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'm glad we're at that aspect now. Where, like I was saying before, I'm glad I can make a big mistake and pay the price for it. I think that's a sign that we're getting good races now.
I was like almost like bailing on the not going deeper in the forbidden boots without grappling hook. Then later on it kind of.
Oh, you went early. Oh, I see, dude. That's interesting. I'll have to watch that again. I'll see what your decision making was. Interested to see.
It's like a risky because are you so committed to go deeper to the dungeon, or just do you want to bail it and come back later with the recurrent item?
Right.
But yeah, it's like decision making randomizer. That's what it